Hello there guys, how you all doing, and welcome to episode 8 of Foolcraft with me, Paternox. I hope everybody's doing fantastic, and thank you very much for joining me on this continuing journey here using the Foolcraft mod pack. Now I've got a few things I need to get sorted today, a few things that we were getting desperate for. First of all, it's food. I mean, these chicken are all the food I've currently got left, apart from the few meals of Pam's Harvest Craft that we found in the few loot bags that we've got. So that's something we need to get started on. Now, for most of the animals, in some way or another, we need wheat. Either it's to feed them or to make the nesting pens for the chickens, which is something we'll look at in a little while. But yeah, wheat is what we need. And at the moment, this is my wheat farm. How ridiculous is this? Yeah, I just stand here holding shift, occasionally following through, which isn't very pleasant, but this is how I get wheat. And considering the amount of wheat we're going to need, this just is not going to cut it, guys. So for what I'm thinking is it's time we made an Ender.io farm. And of course we're going to put that over in that area by the village, because of course this is going to be our farming district. So maybe we won't have it quite so close to the village. I mean, a lot of the, if you think in real life, a lot of the agricultural farms are kind of on the outlying districts, because you do need large farms. And that's something we're going to have here. Now, it is going to be mainly for aesthetics. The actual Ender.io farm itself isn't that big, but it is going to be surrounded by fields of wheat. So yeah, we may have to do it on an outlying district. But to make the Ender.io farms, we need a slice and splice. That's it, if I can say it. Now, of course, for all these Ender.io machines that we've got, we're going to need power. So that's something that I've gone and got set up over here. That's right, this is where we got to in our first run-through practice world, shall we say. We have these magmatic generators. I've got 3 of them running up, connected to this lava barrel, which, as you can see, 12,500 buckets, or 12.5 million millibuckets, which is 12,500 buckets, powering these 3 generators, which means we've got the sag mills running, the alloy smelters running, and of course our painting machine. So we've got power sorted for now, but we're going to need the slice and splice to power the Ender.io. So to make the slice and splice, you can see here, I mean, machine chassis, that's pretty easy. We can do that very easily. Shears and an axe. We've got plenty of zombie heads and creeper heads and whatnot, so we can use them. Bit of solarium. Now solarium we can make in the alloy smelter, soul sand and gold. So we've got our alloy smelter set up. I'm going to get some solarium crafted, and I shall bring you guys back in a moment. And there we are, guys. We have 1 stack of solarium. So let's get this farming state, the slice and splice made. So what is it we're missing? Ah, the machine chassis. Dang it, I knew we were forgetting something. Right, let's get that made. Okay guys, so let's get that machine chassis made. Kind of derped up a bit there. So machine chassis, we need some iron bars. There we go. So it's capacitor in the middle. I think it's the iron bars there. And then the iron ingots. Is that it? Or is it the other way around? There we go, machine chassis. Right, so that should be everything. Slice and splice. There we go, fantastic. I've already gone and got a hole ready for this. And you see we've got the conduits back there. There we go, 1 slice and splice, and that's instantly getting power. It's a shame that it's a slightly different texture to the rest. We may have to see if we can paint it. But for now, that'll do. Now we need the slice and splice for the Ender.io farm, because to make that we need a Z-Logic controller. So if we just have a look here, farming station, so a diamond hoe, some electrical steel, another machine chassis. I should have made a whole load of those up. A Z-Logic controller. And we also need the pulsating crystals, and for that it's pulsating iron and a diamond. pulsating iron is ender pearls and irons. That means I've got to find some endermen. Right, I'm going to get all these machines set up so that we can get straight to making the farming station, and I shall bring you guys back when we're done. So I shall see you in a sec. Alright guys, while we're waiting for the night time to come so I can actually try and farm some endermen, there is an issue I want to address with the colossal chests. Trying to sort the inventory doesn't seem to work at the moment. Hopefully in one of the future updates it will, so you can actually sort the inventory of these chests. Because at the moment, having to scroll through the entire thing looking for a specific item is a real pain. So what I've decided to do is we're going to sort out some refined storage, just so that we can access what's in this chest. But to do that, we're going to need a what is it called? A external storage, I believe. Yes, external storage. And for that, we need to make some of these cores and processors. So for that, we need a solderer, which I've got made here. So we've got the controller, which is what the brains of the outfit. So I was going to plot that down there. As you can see, there's power supply already behind it, so it's already filled up with power. And then we're going to pop the solderer on top. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these cores made up so we can actually make an external storage, hook this chest up. I think we need to make a grid as well so that we can access it. So yeah, I'm going to get those items made up now, and then hopefully we can access all the items in our chest. And there we are guys, we have the external storage hooked up to the interface there for the colossal chest. I also made a crafting grid so that we can do some crafting with all the items rather than having to take everything out and use a crafting station. So if we just click on this here, there we go. All the items we have are now easily accessible. We can type in what we're looking for, and this is going to make things so much easier guys. Fantastic. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to go see if I can get some endermen and collect their ender pearls. There we are guys, it's taken a while. I wanted to get more than just a few ender pearls, so as you can see we've got 21, just over a stack of ender pearls, and we can use these with some iron to make our pulsating iron. So let's just get our iron ingots. There we go. So we want, let's just do 16 for now. Right, and then we want the alloy smelter, and we'll get these put in. There we go, and that will make us our pulsating iron, so we can get this Ender IO farming station set up. Alright guys, so I've gone and got the farming station made. I also went and made an octalic capacitor, as this increases the range of the farming station to a 15 by 15 area. So I've also got terraformed this area here. It's opposite our main house, as I think this would be a good idea to start the wheat farm. Now what I'm thinking is just off of here, this is going to be the main road that connects the two villages over that side, the other side of the bushland. And just off of this road, coming back a little bit, we're probably next episode going to build a farmhouse just here, which is where we'll come to collect any of the wheat, the hay bales and the seeds. So this is what I'm going to do. I don't want to have everything all taken to one centralized location. I want it all to be in the houses where it's produced. So if we want hay, we have to come over to the farm. If we want steaks, we'll have to go to the cow farm, that sort of thing. So it gives it a bit more immersion, makes the world a bit more real. So probably next episode we'll build the farmhouse here. So what I'm thinking, I've got some netherrack here just so we can lay out some landscape, so we can sort of plot out where we want everything. And I'm thinking if we maybe have the actual Ender IO farm just here. So I'll have to measure out a 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 7 the other side. Also we're going to have to do some more terraforming on this hill. 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Right. So that's the one side of the farm, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so this is where we'll actually have the Ender.io farm, and then around this we're also going to plant more fields of wheat, so it gives the feel that it is quite a large farm, and it's going to be produced, it could produce as much wheat as it's actually going to from this Ender.io farm. So yeah, I'll get some more terraforming done, remove this hill, and also it's a good area because if we have the farmhouse here, we can have a little path. And hello, Mr. Skeleton, I see you. Goodbye. And see this little water here? We'll actually make this bigger, and we can have a lovely little pond sort of area just around here. There's a bit of a landscaping, bit of the decoration for the farmhouse, you see. So yeah, I'm gonna get this terraforming done, and I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to put this farm in. And welcome back, guys. So I've got a bit of terraforming done on this hillside just here, and I also went and moved this across just a little bit, because if we were to look at the chunk boundaries here, now I do want to have this farm chunk loaded so it's running all the time, and where it was before, half of it was out in another chunk, so it was in 2 chunks. So I mean, we're going to use a separate chunk anyway for where all the wheat is going to be going and everything, but I wanted to try and compact it down if possible. So rather than using only half a chunk here, I've just moved it across. So yeah, we're going to get the farm set up in this area just here on this block. So I mean, I will have to knock that dirt out in a moment just to run all the cables and everything. But one thing we are going to have to do is replace this silty dirt with regular vanilla dirt. Otherwise the Ender.io farm won't actually till it and make it into farmland. So we'll get that done now, and then we'll start running cables and everything, because we are going to need to hook this up temporarily to our power production over there until we can get this set up with its own independent power supply, which is something else I want to get done as well, but we'll discuss that in a moment. So for now, I'm just going to go and grab some normal dirt, and we'll get this farmland all set up. Alright guys, so we've gone and got this top layer in this area replaced with regular dirt, which the farming station should be able to seed. Now what we're going to do is put some seeds in this area here and lock them down. Right, so that's that. We need a hoe in there. Now I've gone and run some power cable in down to here where we're going to put this capacitor bank. That's just a basic one that I've gone and made. We've filled it up with some energy from our magmatic generators, and I've also got an item conduit running down and across just to the edge of the farm, which will be here, and then that should go into the chest. So what I want to do is set this, make sure this is set to insert. There we go, and let's just come back up, and then we want to make sure that this one is set to extract. Now to get down there, we'll have to, there we go, extract always active, fantastic. Right, now remember we want regular dirt in here, but before we do that, let's just put the capacitor down, and let's listen to that. There we go. Now we need to put this capacitor, that's why we can only do 16, put that in there and fill it full of seeds. There we go, look at that go, fantastic. And this will be our automatic wheat farm. Ah, that's brilliant. Now we do need to fill this area in as well. There we are. Wait for it to fill that part. So it goes up and down in rows, so it should fill that in a moment. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Fantastic. And there we are, guys. This is our basic farm. Now if I shift, that's quite a good area. It's already starting to help. Now obviously I don't want to just stand here and shift the whole time. What I am going to do is see if we can find a skeleton spawner And underneath here we'll just do a very basic skeleton farm and extract all the bones, and then using a crafting setup, have that craft into bone meal, which will be fed into this farming station, and that should be fantastic. So let's get all this going. This should hopefully start harvesting it soon. Ah, right. We need to replace that hoe. There we go, it just broke. So, oops, and oh, what's going on here? This might be a bit of a glitch. We can't actually move. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay, so let's go and put a better hoe in there. Maybe we'll make a diamond one for now. I do want to see if these farming stations will accept the tinker's tools, and if they do, we can make one that's either unbreakable, or if not, we'll find what's cheap with the biggest durability, and maybe we'll just make a whole batch of them, and every now and then we'll have to periodically come over here, keep an eye on it, maybe make some more hoes up. We'll see what the best way of doing that is. I'll do a bit of research into that, have a bit of a mess around. So let's just make another hoe. So let's do a diamond. Right, so let's quickly make a diamond hoe, see how that does. Last for a bit longer. So we just need sticks. There we go. Right, fantastic. Tell you what, let's make a few and we'll stockpile them up. So let's go and put those in, and hopefully this should start harvesting the wheat. Now guys, before we go and put these diamond hoes in the machine, I just did a few circuits around the farmland, shifting. Well, might as well be squatting, because yeah, I followed through quite a few times. Ugh, I need to change new underwear now, please. But anyway, this will give us a view of how much wheat we can get from one full farm. So are we ready for this? Hang on, is this... Ah, dang it. Right, let's just get this one little bit done. This will be where I jumped earlier. Oops. Right, let's get this growing. And there we go. Right, so let's see how much wheat, if I've got all this configured up right, we get. Okay, we can only put one hoe in there. Fair enough. Right, you've got a hoe. Stop saying you don't. You've got a hoe in there now. So, work. Oh man. Okay. Let's replace that capacitor's drained out already. Okay, so I know what the problem is, guys. Because we put the capacitor in here, this now holds 2.5 million RF. And that basic capacitor that we've got down below only holds 1 million. So let's quickly do this now. There we go. And it's doing it. Oh, look at that go. All that wheat. That's so much better than that janky farm that I can't even call it a farm. It's more weed collection on the side of that pond. So here, let's go. And that is one farm done. Now, it hasn't planted all the seeds, so... Ah, right. We need to set up a... Oh no, it's planting them. Okay. Right, that's a fine. So we do end up getting seeds as well. So let's have a look. Ah, beautiful. Just under 4 stacks. This is going to be great. So what we're going to have eventually is this is going to be piped over to the farmhouse. And inside the farmhouse I'm going to have an auto crafting setup where it's going to convert this wheat into hay bales. So we can just come along, grab some hay bales. If we do need wheat, we can break a hay bale down, break it back down into 9 wheat. But yes, this is going to be fantastic. So we now have a starting wheat production. Now to speed this up, like I said before, what I'm going to do is get a skeleton spawner and put it underneath this farm, so it's chunk loaded as well. And we'll trash out the arrows and the bows and any armor, basically just whitelist bones. That will go into a crafting system, craft it into bone meal, and that's going to come up into this farm here, because the bone meal goes just in there. And if we've got a constant supply, maybe we'll get a few skeleton spawners just to increase the rates a bit. And yeah, fantastic, guys. That is the very first start of our farming district. Brilliant. Hey guys, so it's now the next day and I've got a bit of work done in between this and the last clip. If we look down here, I've actually gone ahead and got a skeleton spawner nearly set up. So I've dug out all this area below the farm and I'm getting ready to set in a skeleton spawner. Well, actually I'm going to put in 3, and the reason for that is I do know where there are 3 skeleton spawners that I've discovered whilst I've been out vein mining around the world. So I've gone and got some of these fast mob conveyors using the Simply Conveyors mod. These are made with tracks, glass and gold, and then you add a fermented spider. I know that took me ages to get all those spider eyes, but luckily I had quite a few already saved up where I've been killing spiders, but I needed some more as well, so I've gone and got all that done as well. And then we have some iron spikes down here that will kill the skeletons. All the items will be sucked up in the vacuum chest, which sends the items through here. Now I've got a trash can that's for any armor, the bows that we get, and all the bones go through into this crafter with a item filter down there. And have a look here, I've got the recipe here to set up for bones to create bone meal. Then all that bone meal will go up and into the farm that we've got upstairs. So I've also gone and put this dark glass in so that we can actually see the spawner in action. But I mean, it does look very basic, but this is an area that we're never really going to see, so I haven't really worried about the aesthetics of down here. Maybe I'll come down and do it all up one day, we'll see, and that's a project for the future. I do want to get some conduit facades as well, just to hide this cable down here. So what I'm going to do with these spawners is I'm going to use some drops of evil to make them into, I think it's recursed spawners, I believe they're called. I could be wrong on that, but we'll find out soon. So that these spawners are active even if I'm not in the area. And because we have this chunk loaded, I mean I have kept this spawner within the chunk boundary, as you can see there. So this will stay loaded, so it'll keep the farm with a constant supply of bone meal, and hopefully that will speed up our production of the wheat that we can make into hay bales. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished off now, get the spawners in place, and we'll see how it gets going. So I'll bring you guys back once we're all set up. Okay guys, so it's resturbed spawners are what they are. But unfortunately they use grid power, which isn't something we've actually gone and set up yet. So this farm isn't going to be working at the moment. So I'm going to have to get some grid power set up, and that will be the first thing we do in the next episode so that we can get this all up and running. But we've got the infrastructure in place now. So yeah, I'm going to have to get that grid power set up just so we can make sure that this actually works. Same as I'm going to have to tweak this a bit as well, because I do believe that these iron spikes drop XP. So I'll have to set up some way to collect that XP as well. We may as well. If it's being produced, we may as well see if we can collect it. But yeah, so we've gone and got this all set up now. Hopefully when that's running, that'll increase the efficiency. Something else I need to do is... Another reason we need the grid power is to speed up the magmatic generators, because they don't produce power that fast when we start draining it. I mean, if we actually have a look, I upgraded the basic capacitor bank that we've been using to power that to the next level. I can't remember what is it. It's not the vibrant, but it's over here just powering up now. It is the normal capacitor bank. But yeah, as you can see, when we've got this turned on, in fact it only takes up 112 RF per tick. We'll turn it off, 120 RF per tick. Now to fill up this bank with 5 million RF, it's, as you can see, takes a while. So yeah, we're definitely going to get the grid power set up so that we can speed these up with speed upgrades. So that's going to be the first thing we do next episode. But I mean, with all the power that we have been using, with all the smelters and the sag mills and whatnot, we haven't used that much lava. I think we've maybe used, what, 70 buckets? So yeah, this is a great system. It's going to last us a long time. Plus we've still got that other drum in the nether collecting lava as well. So yeah, next episode guys, we're going to be getting started with some grid power. Which version, I'm not sure yet. Whether we're going to go with water, lava, we'll have to wait and see. We'll test out the different options, see what we can do. But that's going to be it for now, guys. So we do have our wheat farm all set up, which is fantastic. We don't have to worry about food anymore, because I can always turn the wheat into bread, smelt the bread into toast, and make some toast sandwiches. So we do have a basic food system up and running. No more having to kill surplus chickens for cooked chicken here. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps out, especially since we're only a new channel. What with all the changes in YouTube at the moment, it really helps me out. And leave a comment in the suggestions if you'd like this video. Any comments, I do read them all. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next episode. Take care, guys. Bye bye.